Where is invite? Okay. Okay. I think I'm on. Okay, yeah, I am. Okay. Aloha, everyone. We are live and inspired today. Reason I'm doing this video, just to let you know, my name is, you know who I am. I'm Gregory Cobrana, also known as Handsome Cobra. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because the thing is, I kind of didn't plan this, so I may fumble a little bit here. But the thing is that Chris and I, we want to expand Gentlemen with Cocktails, Freaks, Geeks, and Star Wars Sheets. And basically, we need your help in doing that. So what we would like, or more or less, what I would like is for everyone who's been liking the videos, even if you hate the videos, giving it a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Basically, go on the Facebooks, go on your Twitter, go on whatever social media platform, or even go to our channel, Handsome Cobra, and basically like, subscribe, and share the video with 5 to 10 people of like your closest friends who basically will do you a favor. You know, it's more or less like if you have Messenger, send them this link, and I'll post this after I'll share this on my Facebook, but send them the link in like a private messenger. Because basically what the thing is that we've only been doing this for a good little bit, but the thing is that we need exposure. That's the main thing. And, you know, we're not Hollywood people. We don't, I mean, it's, you know, we're not even, we're small potatoes. I mean, if we're going to pull back the curtain a little bit, okay? It's like I said, we've only been doing this, but we're also too in the process of having sponsorship. You know, we did, and you probably already know who it is, Mountain Empire Comics, and we're in heavy talks right now of doing a live stream show every month, maybe bi-weekly, you know, so every 2 weeks or month. You know, it's still kind of up in the air. Also, too, just pull even back further, is that I have a job right now, so that it's pretty much full time, and I have other jobs too, where it's like I have my fingers in many pies. And I know it's a bad analogy, but it's the only one I can really come up with right now. So I'm like kind of like The Rock, if I'm just gonna put it out there, like where I'm doing like 20 different things, and I don't even have time to think right now. So, but I'm trying to do stuff and try to get things going for myself, personally, professionally, and stuff like that, and also for Chris too, because like where my mind's at, and I know I'm going off on a tangent right now, where my mind's at, what I would like for our show, okay, I would like it to rival stuff like Comic Storian, like a weekly poll, like Comics Explained, or what's the other person? Comic Pop, right? No, those people, or like on the comic book side, and also, or even just being guests on their show. You know, we don't even have to be in competition with these people. I mean, you know, it's YouTube. I mean, I would love for us to get as much exposure as we can, and like be a guest on their show, or they be a guest on our show, even though we may have opposing opinions on how the comic book industry is and stuff like that. It's like, hey, it makes for good conversation. I'm willing to hear people out. I'm willing to hear people, you know, I may not change my opinion, or I may say, you know what, they have pretty good points. I mean, I never thought about it like that. And I'm a pretty reasonable dude. So, I mean, and also too, even if you don't like the show, It's like, listen, you got to look at it like this. For me, it's a bit of a personality that I do, right? So basically, I'm a pretty humble and pretty nice guy outside of like the show. So even though I may go off on a tangent and curse about a game or curse about a comic book or say this is utter dog poo-poo, you know, I'm pretty laid back and chill. It's just one of those things that you have to understand. I'm what my brother would call a social vampire. When I get around people, the dial tends to go up to 11. You know, the more people around me, the more jazzed I get, and the more all right animated and stuff like that. And I just, you know, kind of fly off the hinges, you know, if you will. And that's how I am. I mean, that's just me. And whether or not you like it or not, you know, like let's say that you don't like our videos. Well, that doesn't mean that the 5 to 10 people that you're gonna share this video and have them like, subscribe to the channel, and then share it with 5 other people. It doesn't mean that at least 1 or 2 of those are like, well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's entertainment. You know, what the hell, you know, or what the hey. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like it, just, you know, do us this favor. You know, it's like, you know, because, you know, it's like, hey, I always remember a favor. You know, always remember you did this for me. And that's the thing too, is that's the most powerful thing out there. Is not just is word of mouth. I mean, that's like back in the day when back in the prehistoric era, when you didn't have the internet that, you know, apparently Al Gore, you know, invented. You went off word of mouth. I mean, like Batman '89 was word of mouth. Star Wars, word of mouth. I mean, things like that. The geek culture was word of mouth. It was very niche. Also, too, let you know, like, I, like, personally, for me, I mean, I've been entrenched in geek culture all my life. I mean, especially, you know, comic books, because that's how actually I learned how to read, was comic books. I know I'm going off on tangent again, but so ain't nothing fake about me. I'm wearing Spider-Man shirt because I love PS4 Spider-Man. I just finished the DLC Silver Lining and loved it. And I got the Into the Spider-Verse Peter Parker costume. So I haven't seen the movie. But I will probably see it sometime. But also too, it's like you know, hopefully the thing is that I would love to do stuff with like the people out west, the YouTubers out west, like Collider Heroes or Collider games, you know, talking about the game stuff. Like I just mentioned, Spider-Man, Red Dead 2. You hear, we can't go like an episode without talking about this game, because somewhere, some way, we find a way to talk about it because it's so good. I would love to talk about the Fallout 76 on a more in-depth personal level with people from like Rooster Teeth, you know, people out in Silicon Prairie, you know, also to people out in Silicon Valley. Go on Glitch Please, or just, you know, Skype in or whatever, or like, you know, just I have so much that I would love to do, that I have this like vision of like where we can take this. But the problem is that even though I have the vision and the foresight and the testicular fortitude, for lack of a better term, I can't do it if no one's listening, or excuse me, like Chris and I can't do this, because I do want Chris part of this. I mean, Chris is my co-host, not just my co-host, but he's also a brother in arms too. And we're both veterans of the military. We're both 11 Bravos, you know, and so yeah. I mean, if you don't do it for us, do it for your country. You know, it's like, I mean, you know, it's like, so that's, I mean, how cool would it be? It's like 2 old curmudgeon war vets talking about comic books, and, you know, with millennials, you know, and being like, back in my day, you know, it's like when comic books, remember Image there, Chris? Well, hell, I remember, you know, back when the Comics Code Authority became a thing because of seduction of the innocents. This, you know, guys tried to talk about homoerotic things with Batman and Robin, which were totally false. You know, this guy was just, you know, psycho who came up with that jazz. And you know, I mean, it would be great talking with people, you know, like that, right? You know, and just getting more and more exposure, and just seeing and just taking it to the limit, as the Eagles would say, you know. One more time. you know, and that's, and what else? But yeah, but we can't do that without help. But right, you know, I would love to you know, have more sponsors too. I know Chris would. Oh yeah, another thing too. Chris has Tripping Over Reality. How cool would it be if Chris actually got like a movie rights to that from like Netflix or from like Warner Brothers or, you know, Legendary Entertainment. You know, the people who did Lord of the Rings or Weta. You know, Peter Jackson does Tripping Over Reality, the saga. How friggin' cool would that be? That'd be fucking awesome. You know, part of my language, I'm sorry. But it would be. And, you know, Andy Serkis, you know, mocapping, you know, creatures and stuff. That would be so awesome. It'd be great. It'd be cool. You know, it's just like, man, I'm just like, I'm getting all jazz and stuff. And see, this is where my mind's at. So that's, but once again, like I said, we cannot do this without help, right? Because there are so many YouTubers out there. There are so many. Like I just mentioned, and like Comic Storian has like almost 2 million subscribers. Comics Explain, catching up to them. Comic Pop, they have like 80,000 probably right now. You know, there's not the other guy, Cape Joel. You know, it's like, you know, the Canadian guy. He's pretty cool. I actually, you know, I like him. He's pretty. And maybe it's just because I have a soft spot for Canadian people. I don't know, but it's just he's cool too. In the weekly poll, I mean, you know, I know, like I've said things in the past about him, and then, you know, it's just, but that's the thing that I'm talking about. If we can get exposure, if we can get on their show and talk to them and be like, hey, you know, they're not so bad, even though they've talked trash about things that I just don't really agree with, but that's all right. You know, we all have our opinions. It's what is it? Media is subjective. You know, everyone's not going to like everything. So yeah, yeah, please, you know, help us grow, help the channel grow. Handsome Cobra. And yeah, watch this video, like, subscribe, and share it too. Not share it as in like go on the Facebook and just share it. You know, just, it's like, you know, takes 5 seconds thing. No, just like, you know, hey, 5 to 10 of your closest friends that you know who will do this favor for you. And like I said, man, you know, you're doing me a favor, you're doing Chris and I a favor, and we don't forget favors. You know, we don't. And because it would be so cool, man. Like even we live out in Tennessee, but imagine, like, you know, we have subscribers on the West Coast and the East Coast, and somewhere we meet in the middle. I don't know, like Kansas or whatever else is Missouri. I don't know. I can't remember what's in the Midwest. It's been so long ago since I've been there. You know, Michigan, Indiana, you know, Chicago. I mean, imagine us going to like New York Comic Con, representing Gentlemen with Cocktails, Free Geeks and Star Wars Sheets. Chris promoting his stuff, his Tripping Over Reality. He has like 4 books out now, you know, and I'm talking about the future. You know, going to San Diego Comic Con. I mean, you know, the mecca of, you know, the comic book convention. You know, I mean, where the granddaddy all started. You know, it's like, I remember when comic book conventions started in like church basements. It's like, you know, going there and stuff. I mean, I remember when they were underground. You know, literally. And but where I come from, we call them cellars. You know, so it's like not basements, but still, I mean, you get the gist. And that's what I'm saying, is that basically. But yeah, but just please do us this kind. And I'm gonna get off now because I literally have to get ready for work. I literally have to go out the door here in a few minutes, and that's why, like, you haven't seen stuff, my thoughts or anything, because I've just been so busy right now. But I just wanted to say, God bless, love to all, mahalo, and aloha. And once again, people, everybody, thank you so much for doing this kind favor to Chris and I. And hopefully the channel will grow and expand with your help. Thank you so much. To the extreme.